How you doing? My name is Kevin. I'm back with another video. If you watch my channel, you know I have a sawmill and I cut a lot of my own lumber off that sawmill. And we've been doing the trim in the house. We got all the window frames finished up, and I had been working with small wood. I cut a couple logs that were about 4 foot 6 inches, and then we planed them down. And I had the hardest time trying to get a straight cut because this board has a kind of a bow to it, kind of a little banana in there when you look down the side of it. So I wanted to get that board straight. So I went into Lowe's and Menards, and they kind of, I think they sell a jig that you can mount on the side of these so you can get a clean cut on the saw, or take a saw and cut it. What I've done is I took an old drywall square that I had. This is just an old drywall square. I take the head off of it. Now with the head off of the drywall square, I have a very straight, this thing is perfectly straight line that I could actually set this on my board. And what I've done is I drilled a couple holes in here. And I use a little 1/2 inch screw, and I will line it up on the side, and I'll show you how I do that. I'm going to show you how crooked this board is. So we'll flip this board over just so you guys can see here. If you put that square, that straight edge down along that edge, you can see I have about an 1/8 inch or a little bit better, maybe even 3/16 of an inch in the middle, and I'm touching over here and I'm touching down there. So we know that this board has a crook in it. It's got a bow in it. So what I would do is I would find out which side I wanted for my back side and what side I wanted for the front. So I would use this as my front. And I want to take this board, flip it over. Now this way, I'm touching in the middle, but not on the edges. Find the side of your board where the two ends touch. And that's what we have over there. Now take your straight edge, line it up on there to where this goes over the edge just a little bit, maybe an 1/8 of an inch, or maybe a 1/16 of an inch. Over that edge and a 1/16 over there. Now get you some nice, these are number 6 screw, 1/2 inch. And we'll take 2 of these screws and we'll screw one in this hole, and then we'll screw one in this hole up here. Now these don't have to be super tight, but just make sure there's a little bit hanging over on this end, and then the same way with this end up here. Okay, now that we got that straight edge on there, we'll be able to run this down our table saw and cut this edge flat. And once we get this edge straight, we can flip it around, take this off, and cut the other side. And we can cut the width that we want on this. So let's go give it a try. So now what we're going to do is we're just going to take about maybe just a blade length off this side, because our bump is in the middle. Our curve goes this way. So it's going to touch here, and then in the middle it's going to take a little bit more, and then on the end over here it's going to be a little bit less. Now if you look down that edge, we have a really nice straight cut on this. So all we have to do now is flip it around, take our little screws back out, take our our square, our nice straight edge off. And now I can set this machine to cut what I need, which we're going to cut 5 inches. Okay, so now I have a really nice straight edge on this side and a straight edge on this side. When I first started doing this, I was trying to use a circular saw to cut a straight edge, and I'll tell you, that's not easy. It's very hard to get a really nice straight edge, especially when you're building window frames or door frames, and you need that to butt up against another piece of wood. If that's not perfectly straight, it's going to give you some problems. So I have a nice piece of wood here that I can use in a project, or well, we're doing window frames and door frames, and we're going to be doing our trim in the house. So this is what we need this for. Okay, this is the second problem I came up with. Now this board here is just over 8 feet long. This board is just over 8 feet long. Now this one here has a huge crook in it. I mean, it's got a big bow in it, and I took the chalk line and went down through there so you can see that crook in there, how crooked it is. So if I take this, I'm going to try to get it right on the edge. We'll come down through here, and we'll put it on the edge over here, just on the edge, just right there. You can see I am probably 1/2 inch bow in that board. Actually, we're 5/8. There's 5/8 of an inch here, and it's touching on that side, and it's touching over here. So that's 5/8 of an inch of wood. That's how much it bowed. So now for me to get that bow straight, what I did is, and I'm sure they probably have a tool out here for this, but I don't know about it. So I picked up this piece of aluminum. This is 1/8 of an inch thick. It's 1.5 inches by 1.5 inches, and it's 8 feet long. So the length is 8 feet. So now for me to cut that straight on that side over there, what I'm going to do is I'm going to get it to touch over here, and then I'll take it up here on this side. Of course, I might have to move it. This can be a little tricky when I got bigger wood than what we need there. So the wood's still a little longer than the rail, but this will work. All I have to do is make sure it's over that edge. And I'm going to drill some holes through this, up through here, probably 3 or 4. We could do even 5. Doesn't mean we have to put them all in. I think at least ways 3 will hold that into place. Now, I got some little tiny screws here. Like I said, these are number 6, 1/2 inch long. So we're going to drill holes in here. We're going to use a 9/64 drill bit, and we're going to be drilling some holes, and then we're going to mount this to that board. We'll figure out what side we want as the back side of that board, and it's really hard to just figure out your front and your back. We're going to use this side over here as our back. We're going to use that side of our back. So what we're going to do is get our holes drilled in this guy, and we'll get working on this. I think this is going to work out really good. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a bigger drill bit here, and we're going to kind of just taper the top of this bolt, we're going to taper the top of this where that screw is going to go down in. We're not going to drill through, we're just going to taper it. Just like so. Now what that's going to do is that's going to allow our screw, the tapered end of our screw, to lay down in there a little tighter into that wood. So we don't have, these are only 1/2 inch. This is an 1/8 inch. 1/2 inch, that's only going to give us 3/8 of an inch, which that's fine. It's going to work. We don't want to go through this board. We just want to connect to the board. So now we got to figure out which side is the really crooked side, to where we can touch both ends again. And the end over there is going to be the really crooked side. So now we could put this on this way with the flat end up against the table saw, or we can flip it over and put the other end. It's not going to really matter. So we're going to go ahead and put a screw in here. Make sure that it's over that edge just a little bit. Now we're going to come down on the other end and do the same thing on this end. Make sure it's over just a little bit. So now I have a very, very straight line going up that side. Now if you noticed in the center, I didn't even put a screw in the center because guess what? It didn't reach. Look how crooked the board is. So we're touching on this end. Look at this. There's not even a place to put a screw there. And then down here, it's touching down here. So now we're going to take this to the table saw and we're going to cut that end over there. We're going to get it nice and straight. So then we can flip it over and cut off this side. Okay, just to give you an idea how crooked that board was, look at that. We touched here, barely had any at the very end. And as we go down, look how thick this is. So that had that big bow in there. And now that this side over here is straight, I can take these screws back out now, and we can run that through the table saw again, of whatever thickness or whatever width I want. And that's going to be a perfect board. And I reuse these screws about 150 times each till they strip out. Okay, so that's how I'm cutting the sawmill lumber that looks like a banana. That's how we're going to cut it. Now, we chose aluminum. This was a little bit more expensive for the aluminum one. It's not going to rust, leave anything on our wood. Also, it's a lot lighter. It is more expensive than steel. One thing I can say, if you're buying or you're going to purchase a piece of this, you want to look down that piece, eye down it, make sure it's nice and straight, because I know some of the metal ones, they usually come in 20-foot sections and they'll have a little crook to them, a little bit of bow to them. You don't want that. You want to keep them straight. One nice thing about this, it is light, it's not going to rust, and we're going to have it forever. And I'm going to be cutting more sawmill lumber, so this thing's going to come in handy for us. I didn't mind drilling holes through my drywall square because guess what? I don't like doing drywall. I mean, but it didn't hurt it. I can still use it as a drywall square. It didn't hurt it at all. So that's how I'm cutting my sawmill lumber, straight on one side. Take my little jig off, flip it over, and cut the other side to the width I need it. I think it works out good. So now if you guys have another way of cutting this wood straight on that side, I can get pretty much everything else nice and square. It's just that one side. If you have another way of doing it, share it with me in the comments. I'd appreciate it. But this is how I'm going to be doing it right now. So I would like to tell everyone thanks for watching the video. Don't forget to subscribe, leave me a thumbs up, thumbs down, or a comment if you'd like. Till next time.